The Formula One world is heading into Barcelona with more heat than ever, and it's not just because of the Spanish sun. Behind the scenes, team engineers are scrambling, drivers are sharpening their claws, and the FIA's new technical directives have thrown a wrench into everyone's plans. This isn't just another race weekend. This could be the most pivotal moment of the season so far, because what happens in Spain could change everything. Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deeper than just lap times and podiums. If you're passionate about the politics, the pressure, and the paddock drama, make sure to subscribe right now so you never miss an update from the world of Formula One. Spain, the ultimate test bench. The circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya has always been one of F1's most revealing venues. Why? Because this track is brutal. It's a technical layout with a mix of fast straights, sweeping corners, and brutal tire degradation. There's nowhere to hide. If your car has a weakness, whether it's downforce, traction, or tire wear, it will be exposed in Spain. That's why this Grand Prix isn't just a race. It's a test bench for the rest of the season. Teams bring major upgrades here because they trust the data. If your new parts work in Barcelona, they'll likely work anywhere. And this year, all eyes are on the upgrades. Who's bringing what? Upgrade watch. Let's talk about the big guns. First, Ferrari. After a solid showing in Monaco, the Scuderia is expected to bring a brand new floor and diffuser package. Charles Leclerc was clear in post-race interviews. He believes Ferrari can challenge Red Bull if their development plan sticks. But the pressure is massive. Leclerc hasn't signed an extension beyond his current contract, and Carlos Sainz is fighting for his F1 future. Will these upgrades be enough to keep the momentum alive? Then there's McLaren. Remember when they came out of nowhere and dominated Miami? Well, don't expect that kind of magic without consequences. Rumors in the paddock suggest the FIA's recent technical directive on tire warming procedures might directly affect how McLaren has been generating early grip. That means their qualifying advantage could be compromised. And Mercedes? They're finally starting to look like themselves again. Toto Wolff has hinted that Spain will be the true proof of concept for their latest side pod and rear suspension updates. If the Silver Arrows can crack the code in Barcelona, they might re-enter the championship conversation. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want the full post-race breakdown right here on the channel. Because the data coming out of this Grand Prix could redefine the pecking order in F1 2025. Red Bull, dominance or decline? Now let's address the giant in the room, Red Bull Racing. Yes, they've won most of the races this year. Yes, Max Verstappen still leads the championship. But did Monaco expose a crack? Max was vocal about his discomfort with the car on street circuits, and it's no secret that the RB20 hasn't handled bumps or tight corners as well as its predecessor. The team's setup dependency is becoming more visible, and the other teams are catching up fast. Here's where it gets interesting. Red Bull is reportedly holding off on major upgrades until Silverstone. That means in Spain, they'll be running largely the same spec they had in Imola and Monaco. Could that give Ferrari or McLaren a chance to finally take a swing? If that possibility excites you as much as it excites us, smash that like button and let's see if we can get this video to 1,000 likes before lights out in Barcelona. The FIA strikes again. Behind all the upgrades and strategy calls lies another powerful force, the FIA. And they've just dropped 2 new technical directives that have the paddock buzzing. The first targets ride height sensors, making sure no team is secretly lowering their car during corners to gain extra grip. The second one? It's about tire temperature manipulation, specifically banning some clever tricks teams were using during formation laps to keep tires in the ideal window. According to insiders, at least 2 top teams were warned that their systems were towing the line. And if the FIA starts clamping down hard in Spain, we could see sudden and unexpected drops in performance. Barcelona is about to become more than just a Grand Prix. It's a battlefield of interpretations, innovations, and investigations. Driver pressure. Cooker, let's not forget the human side of this sport. Charles Leclerc is riding high after Monaco, but he knows one mistake could undo everything. Carlos Sainz is under a microscope. And George Russell? Whispers around the paddock say he's not thrilled about how Mercedes is prioritizing Hamilton's setup feedback. Even Max Verstappen, usually an ice-cold competitor, has looked increasingly agitated on the radio. Is the pressure of maintaining dominance finally creeping in? Spain might not offer the chaos of a street circuit, but emotionally, this weekend is going to be raw. And if you want behind-the-scenes insight into what drivers are really saying post-race, then subscribe right now. We bring you quotes, interviews, and reactions you won't find on the highlight reels. Bold predictions. Let's end this preview with a few bold calls because that's what keeps it fun, right? Ferrari will lead at least 20 laps in Spain. Their qualifying speed is legit, and if they manage tires well, they could steal the race. Mercedes will finish ahead of at least one Red Bull. They've been building steadily, and Spain is their proving ground. There will be a shock DNF due to mechanical failure. The heat and long corners in Spain push engines to the edge, and not every car is ready. Bookmark this video and come back after the race to see how close we were. And hey, if we nail even one of these, you owe us a subscribe, right? Final thoughts. Why Spain matters. The Spanish Grand Prix has a reputation for being predictable. But in a season like this, where the top 3 teams are within a few tenths, where technical rules are shifting mid-season, and where even Red Bull looks vulnerable, there's nothing predictable about Barcelona 2025. This race could set the tone for the entire summer. Will Ferrari surge? Will Red Bull fight back? Can Mercedes surprise everyone? Or will McLaren throw a wrench into everything? We'll be watching every lap, every pit stop, every sector time. And if you don't want to miss the fallout, the controversies, and the drama, we've got you covered. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay locked in with us for the full story before and after every Grand Prix. Barcelona is coming, and it's going to be explosive.